what's good, my creeps and creepettes, dude? It is Thursday, and I decided that I would stop putting this fucking video off and make a video for you guys talking about my experience with cheaters on Rainbow Six Siege and where I think that, the game is gonna go if cheaters persist. Not to mention how cheaters are overall affecting the game. Now, starting out with my experience with cheaters, it's been all over the game. Like, I'm pretty sure you've logged in, you've played, you've seen somebody using a weapon that usually shouldn't be automatic fire and is already shooting like the minigun out of the back of a fucking helicopter. This thing is just rapid firing, full on high damage of a weapon with no recoil whatsoever. And then you got people going, oh no, I'm just good at controlling the recoil. Really? So the weapon that you're automatic firing that is supposed to have zero recoil if you semi-fire is somehow given recoil? Like, I just saw your gun flip up even though it's a semi-automatic. Like, it's not supposed to have any recoil. My experience with it is simple. I play with a controller that has hair trigger systems. I guess you consider that cheating, but technically since Xbox markets it, it's not cheating. But you can only fire so fast with it. Now, seeing other players who cheat, I've seen them full on firing guns that shouldn't be fired in a certain way as an automatic weapon, which makes no sense to me considering as how it's not very good. You expose yourself very well. And what's worse is there's different levels to the cheater. You have the modest one who says, oh bro, I just practiced really hard. I've been doing this for such a long time. I've been practicing for so long. I've been doing this, forever, just trying to be my best self on this game and doing absolutely everything that I can to fucking get better and shit. And I would believe you if the gun that you were using that has insane recoil and was nerfed into the ground wasn't firing so stable, For instance, people use the fucking SMG-12 in Rainbow Six Siege. Usually the characters that use it, like Dokkaebi, Warden, and Vigil, who have that SMG, no recoil whatsoever. I'm not talking about, because the gun has pretty existent recoil. I'm talking about horizontal, left to right, that shit sprays. Up and down, you really gotta adjust your stick sensitivity to even master using the weapon, let alone say that you're good with the weapon. There's only a few people who even are in Pro League who've mastered it to the point where it looks like they have no recoil with the weapon. And considering they're in Pro League, they can't really cheat. There is no option for them to cheat. So we're stuck with the conundrum. Are you actually as good as you say you are, even though you're a 13-year-old little boy online acting like you're the pro player Stompin or Richie? Or are you just using a macro script that you found online and connected it to a little device? And I have proof of dealing with people who have shown me their little devices. I will throw up a little image on the screen right now to show you what I'm talking about. As you can see here, that this person is using the fucking device. That device there that he was using was called a Zim Matrix. Specifically allows you to connect your mouse and keyboard to play video games on Xbox. Now, considering as how Rainbow Six Siege and Ubisoft, who've developed Rainbow Six Siege, they've put in place measures to capture these fucking retards who don't understand that cheating is actually not essential to a game to have fun, and that you actually could probably, use skill to play the game. So, for instance, there is no fucking instance. You're a creep, you're a retard, you're using a cheat macro to fucking help yourself. This guy here, I caught him. I literally ended up calling him Snap because he had his Snap name as his Xbox username. So I went ahead, called him up on Snap, and I was like, yo bro, why you gotta cheat on the video games? I'm not cheating, bro. And he tried to rage bait so hard, when rage bait became the first ever fucking thing. He was really trying to test my patience with the, oh, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. And I was like, really? Okay, bro. And he's like, shut the fuck up. Oh, Mr. Timmy Tough Knuckles over here telling me to shut up because I caught him in a lie. And when I told him that I caught him in a lie, he blatantly started to have a little freak out. I even have a video posted on my TikTok of a guy admittedly complaining about me catching him. And if I have it, I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you. If I don't have it, it's fine. editor switched towards the part of me showing this clip.
Gave it to my friend because he wanted to use it.
See, that's
back,
even.
And then I dropped it. I literally dropped it.
That sounds like a lot of
no,
excuses, to be honest. That's your fault. You gave it to your friend, he dropped it.
He wanted to use it. I gave it to him. A week later, he gave it back to me. I was picking up, taking it to my house, and I dropped it and I broke it.
That sounds like a you problem. You dropped it.
I don't know. Shut up and pay for it. You can't.
For context, he was trying to flex that he could pay for a Zim Matrix system or a Acronis Zen because he dropped his controller and that he needed to use mouse and keyboard. Now, in the state of affairs for Xbox and outside of my personal experiences with cheaters on stream, because that was a clip from my stream, shout out to my Twitch at Mutix, but on stream he admits that he was cheating and was talking about how he could afford this type of stuff, then proceeded to lie to my face saying that he had an iPhone 17, and I was like, okay buddy. At the time though, the iPhone 17 was just rumored to come out, and yet he still said it regardless, like the fucking demeaning little child that he was. As for Rainbow Six and Ubisoft's involvement with any cheaters, they've been trying to use a system called Mousetrap, something that actively goes against and uses like the software to, you know, root out who's using macros and scripts to root them out and see who's cheating. A macro being something that is coded into the software or the device that lets you do something multiple times in a row instead of normally where it's a normal, like let's say you were supposed to jump, well this lets you spam jump. Let's say you were supposed to shoot a semi-automatic weapon, it spams the shot instead of just semi-automaticing the weapon like normal, like where it's a one-tap fire, unless you got a hair trigger system. Now in the overall grand scheme of things, this is bad. Ubisoft has been known to been put off the anti-cheat engine for a while. On PC, cheaters, I'm talking about actual cheaters, not macro users, cheaters, have been known to grow rampant as of late. Like, it's been insane. Even having Varsity Gaming go ahead and go into retirement due to this, and I'll throw up a little picture of that on screen right here. These two images clearly depicting Varsity Gaming going goodbye Siege, and is he quitting, from another video where somebody was, that's kind of sus looking, that hand gesture, but showing that he was quitting the game because of the cheater systems. Now clearly he was rage baiting that video too, and he continues to still play Rainbow Six Siege till this day. But that being said, who in the content community is going to keep playing Rainbow Six Siege, considering as how the cheater epidemic on PC is getting worse? And with what I'm hearing now, I believe that console is getting better, so PC players are going to probably end up trying to find ways to bring their skills to console, which isn't a very good thing. It's actually going to get worse. So from a gaming standpoint, cheaters are going to be on an all-time rise on console and PC, but from a logistics standpoint, it doesn't seem too bad, considering as how Ubisoft is trying to find a way to counteract the cheating problem that is happening on Rainbow Six Siege actively right now. But that being said, we don't know where that's going to be ending up in the future. This little video that I'm doing is just to give a quick topic of my experience, what I've heard, and what's going to be going on going forward with Rainbow Six Siege. I will start probably uploading Rainbow Six Siege content when I feel more comfortable that the game is more playable, but for the future reasons, I'm going to keep making these content-based videos which don't involve a lot of talking, but at the same time involve 20 times the amount of talking that they usually do. Because I don't see myself playing a game that involves a lot of skill. As I say this, as the background footage of my gameplay right now is of me absolutely getting my ass handed to me in a skill-based game. But yeah, no, but that being said, that's my little take on cheaters. Cheaters haven't been around for a long time, but they have been a scourge against the gaming community for a long time, and all they have done and will do is just ruin communities for times to come. And it's kind of disappointing actually to see, considering as how I actually have a big love for video games, and I'm pretty sure you as the audience have a huge love for video games as well. But that being said, it's been MX Mutix, it's been real, and have a good night. Peace.